Hey everybody, it's Sequoya, your new life purpose coach, and I'm back to talk to you about another superpower you have. See, because you don't know how many powers you have. There are so many powers that you have, but today what we're going to talk about is resilience. That's right, resilience. See, and resilience is when you don't give up. Is when you keep going despite the circumstances. And let me tell you something. Every time you get knocked down, or every time you feel like you're knocked down, every time you get back up, you create another opportunity for yourself. Every time you get back up, you create another opportunity to be loved or to give love. You create another opportunity to meet another opportunity. You create another opportunity for you to receive happiness. You create another opportunity just to live for yourself and live for what it is that you feel you are put here to do. You create another opportunity. So make sure you always get back up. But let me tell you this too. Just because you are resilient, it doesn't mean you don't get tired. Just because you are resilient, it doesn't mean that you don't feel like giving up. What it means is that you might feel like it, but you refuse to. That's right. So you got the people running on track, right? You have the track stars, they're running. And and either at the beginning, see, and this is us, just getting started and getting your pace and getting a little bit ahead, right? That might be a little challenge. But when you get to that end, when they get to that end, see, all of them don't go through this, but a lot of them do. And the ones who don't go through this is because they built the resilience muscle. Like just for us, some of us, we have a good resilience muscle. And then there's sometimes when we have been so resilient that we created a comfortable, safe atmosphere for ourselves that we don't have to use that resilience muscle in a long time. But then when we get to have to use it, we be like, oh goodness, now I gotta dig deep again. But some of these track stars, some of these resilient stars, they have used these muscles for so long that they know how to control their breath. Back to the track stars, they can control their breath. They can control how wide they open their legs, their bodies, their muscles. They prepare for this, right? But then at the end, everybody still gets a little bit tired towards the end. But what keeps them going is because they're almost there. And sometimes when we are being resilient and we're going through something for a long time, or we're trying to accomplish a goal for a long time, we don't realize that we're almost there. But you have a vision. You have a vision, and you knew the steps that it was going to take. So you know when you're further along than when you first started. Okay? But my daughter told me something that I thought was interesting. She said, because I said, did you hear me screaming for you? She said, Ma, I can hear everybody screaming, but I can't hear what everybody's saying, especially when I get around like a second and third time. You get so tired, I'm just all in my head. You know what that told me? That resilience comes from deep within. Like you can hear the crowd, but everybody is like really tuned out. You hear them, you know they're there, you feel that energy, and that energy is good. But when it gets down to that last round, that last lap, or when you just feel like you done gave it all you got and you just keep trying, you don't hear nobody but yourself. You are in your ear. You have to motivate yourself. You have to dig deep down. You are only in your head. I gotta keep going. If I don't, I'm going to lose. Somebody's going to pass me. I can't just stop here. And then you got people rooting for you. Could you imagine if you run around the track and just because you got tired, you stopped and you like 5 steps from the finish line? Wouldn't that be something? You got people rooting for you. You have people watching you. You have people who need you. I don't know if it's your children, your sisters, your friends, your audience. I don't know what it is, but people are rooting for you. You can't stop, won't stop. That's what being resilient is. It's saying, I can't stop. I'm going to dig deep. I'm not going to be on the surface, because some of us are surface folk. What that means is that we don't push past the surface. And after the surface is gone, whatever's on the surface, once that's gone, we done. We don't even take on challenges that is not surface level. If you can't take on a challenge that's not surface level, you're not using your resilience muscle. You got to build that muscle. So sometimes every once in a while, you have to take on a challenge that is past your surface level. And what does that mean though? Because sometimes when things are just on the surface and you got to dig deep, you got to punch down some holes. You got to dig down some holes. So that means you got to go deep within. You got to say, no, I'm tired. I know this is the most tired I've already been. I know this is the most beat down I've been, but I know I got some more. And you got to push down. You got to dig a hole, drill down, and grab whatever else is in there. Power it up. Keep going. And then you're going to cross that finish line and you're going to know exactly what you're made of. That is your power. We all have it. It's called resilience. So I encourage you and I motivate and I challenge you today and going forward to utilize your power of resilience. My name is Sequoya, your new life purpose coach. Make sure you follow me on my Instagram, which is at Sequoya Willis. That's at SequoyaWillis. And make sure you follow me on my Facebook page. It's www.facebook.com/new life coaching. I'm also on LinkedIn at Sequoia Willis. And remember, that's New Life with a Y, Lyfe. Or simply put, you can just go to my website. It's really easy. www.newlife.co. That's NEWLYFE.co. And when you scroll down on that first page, there's some huge icons there. All you got to do is click on my social media pages and start following me. Simple, right? Check out the whole website. There's New Life Productions. It'll take you straight to my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe and like and share different things from my YouTube channel as well. Thank you for listening, and I hope that you have enough tools to get you started for the rest of 2020. Power tools, and I'll probably be back with more. Anyway, have a good one. Sending love your way. I'm out.